Briefkiste.
I photograph every day and I write every day. I mean, I've got my notebook. Because I photograph a lot, I see things a lot. I'm a synesthetic, so colours become sounds, sounds become shapes, shapes become words. Sometimes that feeds back then into lyrics. I'll go back over that week and go, oh, there's a story here, and I'll write them up in the book. The way that Underworld was writing and playing, my place in it was becoming very specific and very narrow, and I didn't want to become frustrated with Underworld. I didn't want to start thinking I better leave to make myself happy. So that's when you need to start looking to do something in parallel. Where I was writing, a lot of shops were closed down, community centres were closed down, funding was being removed, doctors, surgeries, hospitals, public services were being removed and closed down. And when we went out and we made the Outer Edges film that accompanied the album, the point there was to go and find a positivity which I knew existed in that area, regardless of proximity to this apparent decay. I was tapping into something that is a really positive resource for a country that's going through quite a dark time. I played guitar since I was 7 and spent a lot of time around guitarists up until the 90s, and then most of my friends are either DJs or programmers, and we don't talk guitar in those circles. I bumped into Leo a couple of times. What I liked was he was a nice guy, very talented, very gentle man, but he was a guitarist. So it just reverted to being a kid again, going, ooh, let's have a look at your pedals. It was as dumb as that. We decided that rather than come and affect each other's work, we'd generate something from scratch. I came with lyrics, and that was all I came with. And again, back to the concentrate but be completely free. We had probably about 70 odd songs, and we just listened to them and then started to overdub ideas separately, and then came back together and continued that process until we'd finished the record.
In the Angel Cafe is something sweet to start the day. Sometimes I don't want to be good, just for one day.
When it came to making the band, I thought Leo would come out on the road, and in a way, I'm really glad he didn't, because had that happened, he would have just taken the position of my mate Rick in Underworld, and he would have taken care of that, and I would have been the singer, and he would have got the band together. And it was, life just dealt me a really good card. He said, I'm not going to come out on the road, I'm really busy. I've got other albums to do, and so I took on responsibility of finding a band. And I hadn't put a band together for over 30 years. And when we did it then, we were students, and you just went around the pubs and saw who the best players were and nicked them from other bands. And I thought that probably wasn't a very cool thing to do.
Smiling, smiling, points at the CCTV camera in the corner of the cafe where I'm hiding from.
So I literally was just phoning round people that I knew, going, do you know anybody? And that's how it started. I started looking at people on YouTube that were sent to me. It just fell into place. But it all hung around the musical director, and I was working with Peter Chilvers. And we were working on this app one day, and I played him some mixes from the album. And I said, but I'm looking for a musical director. And he just went quiet and said, could I do that? And it was more than I could have dreamed, really. He was above my top choice. I just wanted to do things differently to Underworld, not because anything was going bad, but just because it was an opportunity to find things out, and some things I wouldn't do again, you know. But sometimes you've got to go away from the things that you love to love them again.
Today